live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All good.
Who's really right? Lakers' next coach.
Okay, so let me start off by saying there are 3 candidates
Yes.
for the Lakers position, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason I'm saying this. You all will hear in a minute. 3 candidates.
You're about to find out.
That is Jason Kidd, who just interviewed for the position.
Yes, I saw that.
Tyronn Lue, who was was LeBron's former coach at Cleveland.
Yes.
And Monty Williams, who was assistant coach for the 76ers.
Yes.
These 3 gentlemen are the 3 people who are in the running for the position of head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yes.
Now, Jarrett has an interesting point. So I'm going to let him begin this, and then I'll just, I'll come on in and win. So come on.
So there are 3, but there needs to be 4. Jeannie Bus, I'm speaking directly to you. Mark Jackson needs to be added to this list. And I'm going to tell you why. He's a really good coach. What we're seeing in Golden State is, I won't say a direct result of him, but he got that franchise up and running.
Yes, because they weren't.
Because they were the worst.
They were the worst. Not the Warriors, but the worst.
He got that franchise up and running, and after a couple of battles with ownership, he was let go. And in the very next season, they won the Super Bowl.
The NBA.
The Super Bowl. I said the Super Bowl.
You
NBA
Finals. Okay.
So look, that was me. My mind moving too fast.
Because you already on to the other person.
Right. So I was likening him to
somebody we will not mention today.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no, not him.
Oh, okay.
I was likening him to what's the coach for? He won a Super Bowl with the Colts.
Oh, you're talking about Gruden?
No.
Oh, you said
he won a Super Bowl with the Colts. Tony Dungy. What's wrong with me? All right, so that's because we had went over this before. I'm sorry.
We sorry. Yeah.
But Tony Dungy was the head coach of the Buccaneers. He built that team. He built that great defense, and he ended up getting fired because of an early playoff exit. Yeah. That year, ended up going to the Colts, and then John Gruden took over the team. Oh wait.
Yes.
Yeah, John Gruden took over the team. Yep. I was thinking about his brother.
No. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. No.
Let me.
Get that out your head. Anyway, yeah.
But John Gruden took over the team, and he won the Super Bowl the next year. And then he promptly drove that franchise into the ground.
Similar to what's going on. Anyway. Yeah. Poor Raiders. Anyway. Yeah.
But no, so I look at Mark Jackson kind of in the same way that I look at Tony Dungy, even though they're totally different coaches. They have totally different personalities. They both
love the Lord, though.
Right. They both
love the Lord, but yeah, totally different approaches to how they do things.
But no, so I feel like, Mark Jackson is a really good coach, and he hasn't gotten his due, especially with the construction of that Warriors team. For the most part, all of those picks, with the exception of Steph Curry, came under his watch.
Okay.
So Clay, Harrison Barnes, Draymond, all of them.
Okay.
And so I feel like he needs to be in the running for this position.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. Jeannie.
Okay.
Handle that.
So let me first say, I'm a huge fan of Mark Jackson because I love the dude for his honesty.
Yes.
He's not pretentious. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate him so much for just being him.
Yeah.
And unapologetically him.
Yes.
That's what I love about him. And I do feel like he was a great coach. And one of the things that you mentioned even before that you didn't mention now was the whole disciplinarian component of who he is and the necessity for that. So we can even talk about that a little bit. But to rebut your statement, I do feel like he would be a great coach. However, I think he has no chance to be the coach.
Why?
Because of his unique style and convictions.
Yes.
Not necessarily sure if that's such a good fit for the Los Angeles culture. I don't even know if I feel like he would get enough respect from the players that they would play for him.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think when you start talking about the people over him in the building, and even some of the people outside of the building, there may be some clashing of button of heads, so to speak, with the people in the building with him, because he's not a pushover,
right?
And he would have the same way he went in. One of the things that I just loved about how he did with the Warriors is he went in with a spirit of, I'm gonna own this all the way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so he went in very clear about what he wanted to do and how he wanted to do it.
Right.
And they allowed him that flexibility. I don't know that Jeannie Buss
is gonna allow that.
Is gonna have that same type of spirit about her, that she would allow him to come in and just run things like he wants to.
So you feel like she's going to need a coach that she can control?
And she may not even see it that way, but I do think so. She's the equivalent of a Jerry Jones.
I was just about to ask, who's that remind you of?
She's the equivalent of a Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones has Jason Garrett as his coach because he can pretty much depend on Jason Garrett to be passive and not do too much bumping heads with him about the way he wants things done. Even though he's not qualified to be the person to be making those types of decisions as an owner. However, we won't go there. That is true. I think it's the same type of scenario.
Okay. So who do you see them hiring?
Tyronn Lue.
Okay.
Because, and this is not to say that, listen, I don't know Tyronn Lue personally, so I cannot say this. However, I sense out of the people, because Jason Kidd is just a step under Mark Jackson.
Yeah.
Just saying. And I don't know if Monty Williams has it's a fine line because it's a moxie you need.
Yeah.
To do the job too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and I don't know if he has it. So,
and especially in LA.
In LA.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you, because Luke Walton would be, oh God, speaking of him. Yeah. What just happened? That just hit me again. I just thought about it like, oh God, what in the world just happened to him?
I was listening to her talk today, and listen, guys, we didn't even have this on the script for the day. But
it just, when I just said his name out of my mouth, I just thought about it like, uh-oh.
I'm like, man, he just got this new job. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Well, if y'all don't know, it just. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's not what we were talking about. Sorry,
yeah.
It just popped out of my head. Like, wait, when I said his name, I'm like, oh God. You're like,
yeah, you can't say his name and then
just dismiss
the fact that he has these allegations against him.
Yeah.
And let's be clear, allegedly.
Allegations. Yeah.
But Lord, like if you listen to what the young lady said,
I'm just blown away by that because that's not the person that I would think him to be.
Yeah, me either.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about. I feel like he was enough of the type of person Monty Williams would be similar to Luke Walton.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think it's a passiveness that they want, but they also want an aggressive. They almost want a passive-aggressive person in that position. Don't be aggressive with us, but be aggressive with them.
Right.
If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't push back with us.
But go be aggressive with your team.
Right.
Yeah. And so I see that Tyronn Lue might be. I mean, we talked about it. Y'all didn't hear it, but we talked about it before. You talked about how he would get in it. He would get with LeBron. He would get with LeBron. Like, I don't care who you are. You're not going to. This my team.
Right.
So that's what they need on the court.
Yeah.
But they don't want somebody who would be like that with them.
Yeah.
So I feel like Tyronn Lue is probably, not that I'm saying he's the best choice.
Right.
I'm saying he's the choice that they would make based on what we know of how they've operated thus far.
Okay.
That's kind of where I am. Cause I would love to see. Listen.
Oh, man, listen.
It would just be fascinating to watch what would happen.
Oh my God!
To have Mark Jackson there.
It's
like wait, what?
Like,
this is like
two
TV,
trays.
right?
It's like I don't want to see this happen, but I don't want to look away.
It's something I was watching the other day, and people were arguing, and the other person said it was two people watching, two people argue, and the one guy said to the other was like, "Should we leave the room?" And he was like, no, because it's like watching a train, like watching a car accident happen right before you. You just can't stop. So it would be like, ooh, like it would be more drama than anything. And so I don't know if that's necessarily what they need either. Yeah, yeah. They have had enough.
Yeah, they've had years of drama.
They've had enough. So I'm just saying it's a little. So you all let us know what you think. Who's really right? So the question again. Who's going to be? Yeah, because you'll try to twist this up. Because I wanted to be made clear that I love Mark Jackson. I think he would be an excellent coach. I'm saying the question is who's going to be the next Lakers coach? And I do not think. Well, we already know it can't be Mark Jackson, so I'm going to win this argument.
Or it could be who should be the Lakers' next coach. Even that wasn't the question.
That's not the question.
But I'm just saying. For the purposes of my argument.
Okay.
Who should be the Lakers next
coach? All right,
coach?
Y'all can answer either one of those. Yeah. Who do you think it could be based out of the three that are already in the running?
But for this who's really right, I already lost because
yours wasn't even in the running.
Because mine
wasn't even in the running. But that's okay. I get it. I agree. I love the choice. Good looking out for him. LeBron, man, can you imagine what him and LeBron could do? Whoo! That would be amazing.
Man, what?
If y'all could just get over your egos. Good grief. Jeannie Buss, that's what I must say. Let's get over our ego.
Jeannie.
And just understand that somebody else, that you can hire somebody else who can truly take your team where you want it to be.
Oh, man.
And get out of his way.
Yeah.
Just get out of man's way.
Sit up in the skybox.
That's it. Be cute and do what you do. Do what you do. Go sit at the beach if you don't want to be in the skybox. It really doesn't matter.
Kick your feet up.
Yes.
Get you a drink that got an umbrella in it. And don't even worry about it.
Don't worry about it. He got it. Just give it to him. So, yeah, that would be nice. But that's not happening. Sorry.
No, it's not.
Okay.
We gon' lie. Yeah, we gon' lie. Hey, we gon' lie. Yeah, we gon' lie. Yeah, we gon' we gon' we gon' lie. From the 50-yard line, we gon' lie. From the 50-yard line, we gon' lie.